there she is, the Monhegan. First time seeing her all summer. I call her the Mississippi Queen. That's the tourist boat. And it's Labor Day weekend. And welcome, folks. My name is Paul K. This is Saturday Mornings Outdoors. And it's striped bass, the attraction, as usual this week. And we're coming up on the fishing report. And the Laughing Gull says hi. So let's see how this week treats us. It's Labor Day weekend, so it's probably going to be a lot of boat traffic. I don't know how well we're going to do with that. But stay tuned and let's see if we can have a good show. And this morning we're on the west tide. We're about a little past midway through this west tide. It's cranking along because the new moon is about 4 days away, I believe. We're on the last quarter, and humidity is way low. It's very comfortable right now. It was humid all week, but the humidity broke, and but the wind is kind of picking up here. It's around 12 to 15 in the gusts. I was gonna go behind those trees and set up. That's what I do when the north winds, and the wind's out of the north, but that's what I do when the north wind blows, is get behind those trees and fish. And but it's not that bad. But we're gonna hear the lines, wind singing through those lines today. And barometric pressure is 30.09, and it is a bluebird day here. No clouds anywhere. Labor Day weekend, you can see on the bridge there, it's stacking up. It's been stacked up and will stay stacked up for hours. People try to enjoy the Labor Day, as you should too. We all work hard, and we deserve a reward. So that's today's fishing report. So I figured first time this year I've actually seen bait up in this close, and they're fouling up and down, and it looks to me like rain bait. A picture's worth 1,000 words, so check it out. Let's see what it is. I don't know, after looking at the footage, it looks like it's rain bait, really tiny stuff. It looks like about 1.5 inches long. And they're cruising along the edges here, which eventually any of the predatory fish are gonna slam them up against this, especially in this bowl, how that's cut like that. But it's good to see, and that's kind of a sign of fall when they're bunching up like that. And those lines are whistling. And as soon as I put the camera down, fish on. Yes, sir. That's a sub. It's like 27. Let's get him back in. And that was a good fighting fish for a sub, you know. I don't know, you underestimate the power of these things, and but you can kind of tell which ones are big ones. The big ones obviously really pull. You know, we say they have shoulders, and you can really, you know, in the striped bass, and you can kind of judge just by the fight how big they are. You know, 99% of the time. You know, but a sweet on the boards, quick shorty, and away we go. This current's really cranking this mid-tide. I'd like to mention, I said the doe permits go on September 10th, and that's what they stated in all the stuff that I read, but now they changed it. The surpluses are going on September 28th. And get this, although I think it's been happening for the past few years, in my zone, which is zone 11, Southeast Mass, and there's about 4 other zones, you can take as many deer as you want all day long. Does. Is that incredible or what? That tells you how the deer population is doing when they're saying there's no limits to what you can take. And I forgot to check to specify, like if you see 4 deer, can you kill them all immediately? I don't think so. I think you're supposed to take one down, register that deer online, apply for another permit, and then go back out and hunt. But I could be wrong because of the wording. They say, I mean, it's so stunning coming from 20, 30 years ago, where if you got a doe permit once every 8 years, you were throwing parties for yourself like they do up in New Hampshire and Maine for the moose permits. And but unlimited amount. I believe them. Working the night shift, I come home at 2, 3, 4 a.m. and I see so many deer almost every night, and I ride in remote areas, that's why. But it's there's tons of deer. So September 28th is the surpluses for you guys that didn't register. One of the many campgrounds that are all along both sides of here. It's an extremely popular camping, and there's just mobile homes all up through there. You know, campers all just loaded. I'm sure they don't have a spot, this being Labor Day. Busy place, both sides. If you come down as a visitor and you got a camper or your tent, there's campgrounds everywhere and all along the canal. You're literally 30 seconds from fishing, and you can stay there all weekend long. Besides hotels, there's small motels and hotels, and that probably can be pricey. But if you got a mobile home, this is it's Camp World here. And I was thinking, one thing I neglected to mention for all visitors that come down here, as well as anyone that's continually watching this show and they decide they want to come down to the Cape Cod Canal and catch nice stripers, is that you need a fishing license. The Division of Fisheries and Wildlife are all over this place, and always, every day, all day, and most of the night. And depending upon how many people are down there, you need a fishing license. They're not expensive. If you're a resident here, they're $10. I don't know what a non-resident is, but you need a fishing license. You need one of those, and you don't have to display it like I do. That's how we used to have to do it, and I just never broke out of the habit. But you need a fishing license. You got to have a fishing license to fish here at the canal. Saltwater fishing license. 2 kinds of licenses in our state: saltwater and freshwater. And the saltwater entitles you anything for a whole year, and they're really light money. And and if you want to fish our freshwaters, they're a little bit more money. But it is what it is. So you need a license. So don't even think about sneaking down here without a license. They're gonna get you. And I just might as well complete the whole subject. And you might be asking, where do I get them? Walmart. Any Walmart sells them, and you can totally get them online. You just go to the Massachusetts Division of Fisheries and Wildlife website, and you can buy any of the licenses you want. It'll print it right out. You got to be near a printer. Probably go to a library or something if you're on the road, or But I don't know if an e-license is as good. It probably is, because if you're in the system, all the officer has to do is check online to verify that you are licensed. But that's how you do it. And that's it. It's pretty easy. Most states are going that way now too. Before, you'd have to go to sporting goods store. You had to go to the town halls. I remember that. Man, yeah, you did that. Most of my life I had to do that. You go to the town hall and get your fishing license and your hunting license right up next to the tax window. They would sell them. And but yeah, it's all E now, all E electronical. The attack of the tourists. They're all on e-bikes, cranking along at like 40 miles an hour. Check this cat, right? Look at the side. It looks like there's side windows. I mean, do they have galleys? I thought they were just, I don't know. Is there like a sleeping area down there and a head and all that? See the window on the side of the cat? That's unusual. I don't think there is. That's probably just for looks. I think they're just two pontoons, and then if there is a galley or something, it would be up above the water. I don't know. It's interesting. If I ever get near docks that have them, I'll take a closer look. The boats are coming out like crazy now. So there's got to be at least 25 bikers here. Most not fishermen. They're just tourists having a good time down on the canal. There's got to be at least 25 of them there. It's cool. It brings a lot of industry. I mean, it brings a lot of commerce to these towns. Like they don't need it, but it does. And look at these boats filing down. It's not going to be good for the fishing. And there's the harbor patrol with a tow bar on the back. Sure he's going to get a workout this weekend. And we got Fat Tony inching up on us now in the multi-gazillion-dollar yacht. Let's take a peek at this thing. So, look at this cheese. So, it says Invictus. Is this the Invictus watch guy that owns it? And I see two people up on top there. And that, what I'm assuming is the cockpit area, but jeez, man. Tony, you're getting a little bit obvious, you know, Fat Tony. You're supposed to be nonchalant about it. At least it doesn't have the helicopter. I'm hoping they'll come through. Usually on the holidays they do. 4 times bigger than that, and it's got a helicopter, and just unbelievable. But look at that thing. That thing costs $100, 10 minutes to run that. $100, guaranteed. Hey Tony, I paid Vinny and Nunzio at the beginning of the week, so don't worry. And I'd just like to say, I wish everyone a happy Labor Day, and get some rest on this weekend, have some fun, let it all out. It's summer's winding down, and let's go have a good time. I'd like to mention also, thank you to all my subscribers and people that are watching this, and visitors, and you're really liking what I'm doing and the effort I'm putting forth here to let you guys know and girls know about the canal and the excellent fishing that's here. Please hit the subscribe button. Need subscribers are very important, and to my subscribers that are already here, thank you so much. I really appreciate it and love you guys. Thank you very much. And I'll try to keep it coming, hunting and fishing and everything outdoors, and keep us all sane and happy. Well, I've been here, the tide's kind of slowing down, and my bait's getting a little low. The boat traffic's really too much here now. It's being Labor Day weekend, I don't blame everybody. Come on down, have a wonderful time. It is spectacular out here, and gorgeous weather for it, I think, up until Sunday. And even at that, Sunday's not supposed to be a washout, just a chance of rain. But I'm gonna ride my motorcycle for a few hours, and then I'm gonna get me some teriyaki sausages and hamburger and put them on the barbie. So we're gonna do a spot check, and we'll see you at the spot check. And thank you so much for watching this portion. I was fortunate enough to pick up a sub striper, and had a beautiful day. So we'll see you at the spot check. And welcome to Spot Check. And this portion of the show, each week I'm trying to show you infamous fishing holes along the Cape Cod Canal and the fishing tips that go along with them. And all the info can be found on the maps of the Cape Cod Canal. And this one is one of my favorites on the canal. I have a few favorites. This is one of them. It's pole 155. And this is the infamous Portuguese hole. That's what it's called. It's called that on all the maps. I don't know why they called it. Well, I kind of know why they called it Portuguese hole, because I'm a Pollock. It's not called Pollock hole. It's not called Irish hole. Portuguese people happen to be in my opinion, the best fishermen on this planet. If you go to New Bedford, Fall River, up in the North Shore, Gloucester, they're all Portuguese. All the billion-dollar industry boat owners, they're all Portuguese. For thousands of years, the best navigators on the planet, you know, discovering and making discoveries about our ocean and so forth. So, rightfully so, they should have a whole name from. I just think that at one point when the name started getting established on the canal, a lot of Portuguese hung around on this particular spot. But I have caught many stripers here at this spot, and it's one of my favorites. Extremely deep drop off, and I have seen stripers pushing bait fish up against the drop off, and you literally watch them doing it on a blitz. And I think the reason is because it's so steep here, and but hardly ever open this hole. This hole is hardly ever open, and it's what I mean is there's always fishermen here at this hole. You can tell it by that spectacular mansion. That's one of the landmarks, and there's a radar tower right there. So this is one of the best spots you can fish on this side of the canal. One of probably about 5 or 10 that are extremely legendary. And it's pole 155, and it's called Portuguese Hole. So I guess that'll wrap it up for this Labor Day edition on the Cape Cod Canal. And hope you enjoyed this one. And it's going to be a beautiful weekend. If you're around, just come on down. And if you can't make it down here, just show up each week, and happy to take you along anywhere I go. And we have a little fun. And my name is Paul K. Please don't forget to subscribe and like. Hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And thank you everyone who continuously does. I appreciate that. And we'll see you next week. And don't forget to say your prayers. See ya.